All right, so today we're going to change from using our bundles of tens and ones, and we're going to change it and use some pennies and dimes. How are pennies and dimes like tens and ones? Austin.
Dimes are worth 10 and pennies are worth 1.
Exactly. Okay. So these pennies are the same thing as my ones, and the dimes are the same things as my tens. The only difference is these tens right here, I can take the bundle holder off from it. This dime, I can't bust it and it fall into ones. I have to either trade or exchange for 10. That's the only difference though, okay? So, now, what we've been doing, we haven't really been using the ones yet. We've just been using tens. And that's what I'm going to continue with today. So, I'm going to put my ones up, put these pennies up. I'm going to put my bundles of tens away, and I'm just going to use dimes today. All right. So, and I'm not going to cover them up because we're using different materials. So I may, before we end today, cover some stuff up. But this is different materials. Same thinking, just different materials. Okay. So I'm going to start with just this dime. Okay. And I'm going to add one more dime to it. Okay. Now I'm going to use the same terminology as I did, or words that I did up till today. So I want you to think. Here's my start. I'm starting with a dime. How many tens is that? How many tens is that, Callie?
110.
It's 110. So I'm just going to go 110. Okay? It's called one dime, but a dime is 10 cents. Okay? So it's 110. And I'm adding how much to it? How much am I adding to it? Kaylee, how much am I adding to it?
One more 10.
One more 10. So I'm adding 110. And if I put them together, okay, I put them together. At the end, I get how many tens, Gracie?
2 tens.
2 tens. All right. So I'm going to separate these again. Okay. What we have been doing is taking the word 10 and making it a 0. And I take over here and do the same thing. And that gives me 2. And I change this word tens to 0. And I have 10 plus 10 equals 20. Everybody agree? Yeah. Okay. But we're using money this time. So we're going to use something a little different. Okay. So far, I've done it exactly the same. Okay. But now that I've got this number sentence, I need to make sure it looks like money. Okay. So this is a dime is worth, and here, and I know it's kind of small on the camera. Right? This dime, and dimes are small anyway. Right? It's worth 10 cents. And this is how you make a cent sign. You put a C and put a line through it. This is 10 cents. And together they make 20 cents. Okay? That's the only difference between us using the bundles and using money. I've got to put a money sign with it. That's the only difference. The same thinking. I even wrote it the same up here. Okay? But when I go to the number sentence, I just need to show the cent sign to show that we're talking about money and we're working with money. All right, anybody got any questions about that? I know Hayden come in at the end of that. We're going to do some more, Hayden, so if you don't understand what we're doing, it's okay. But if you do have a question, you feel free to ask. All right? I don't see any hands up. So I'm going to put these 2 dimes together. So that's where we're at. We're at 20 cents. I'm going to erase this. All right, so I've got 2 tens, which is 20 cents. And I'm going to now just add 1 more 10. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of wait time so you can think kind of through it. All right. Who thinks they could explain this? Remember, I didn't say who thinks they can answer it with the correct answer. I want you to tell me how to do it. Okay? Explain it. Kind of like we just did it on the first one. Okay? Kaylee, you had your hand up. You take it down? Yeah, oh no. When I asked you to explain it, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that, right? All right. Callie's got her hand up. We'll let her explain it, and then maybe the next one we'll call on Callie. Kaylee. So make sure you're listening, Kaylee. So you can explain the next one, maybe. All right, Callie.
20 plus 10.
Okay, so she said it's 20 plus 10. All right. So explain. Where's the 20?
It's it's at the beginning.
It's at the beginning. Okay, so it's over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is 20. What does it look like?
It looks like 2 dimes.
Okay, it looks like 2 dimes. Okay. Or I could say it looks like 2 tens, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, good job. So it's 2 dimes or 2 tens or 20 cents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm adding this one. Okay, and you said it was 10. So what's it look like?
It looks like 1 dime or 1 10.
1 dime, 1 tens, or 10 cents, right? Okay. So really, we're using the really easy fact of 2 plus 1 here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep. And 2 plus 1 always gives me
3.
3. So I could go equals. I can say 3, 3, 3 right now. Okay. So I've got 2 dimes plus 1 dime is 3 dimes. And I know it's kind of up here at the top. You can't see it. I'm going to move it down here where you can see it. 3 dimes. Okay. So there's one way. That's like the money way with words. Okay. The tens way is 2 tens plus 1 10 equals 3 tens. Separate that. And now I've got 20 cents plus 10 cents gives me, but this word tens turns into this 0. And since this is cents and that's cents, this has to be cents. So 20 cents plus 10 cents equals 30 cents. And we use the fact 2 plus 1 equals 3 to get all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Hey, I like the way you was explaining that. All right. Anybody got any questions about that? Hey, this is the number sentence. This is the tens way right here. And then we're using the money words, the coin, what coins we're using. Okay? And today we're just using dimes right now. All right, so I'm going to put those all together over here so I can erase all this. All right, and I've got that. There's my new start number. Okay, and I see some more people joining in. Just watch what we're doing here, and then if you have questions, you can ask me when we get to that point. Okay, so I've got my start number here, and I'm going to add this much now. Okay. I'm giving you some wait time. Let you think about it. I like Austin. Austin looked like he had his thinking goggles on there. I like that. Kaylee. Kaylee's got her hand up. Oh, she must have listened a minute ago. All right, Kaylee. Lay it on me. All right. Where are we going to start here? Where are you going to tell me? So we're starting at 30? Okay. You're saying it's 30?
20.
And then I got 20. And then I didn't hear the last part.
I said plus 20.
Oh, plus 20. Okay. And that's all you've told me so far, right? Yep. Okay. Well, that's something we can work with. All right. So, Kaylee, you're saying this is 30. What's it look like, though?
3 dimes.
3 dimes. So I'm going to put that up here. 3 dimes. It sure does look like 3 dimes. And what does this look like?
2 dimes.
It looks like 2 dimes. Okay. And I'm gonna write this down here a little bit lower. All right. And 3 dimes is the same thing as 3 tens. 2 dimes is the same thing as 2 tens. So we're really going to look at the fact of 3 plus 2. And Kaylee, do you know what 3 plus 2 is?
5.
It's 5. Okay. So according to that, our answer should have a 5 over here in it. Okay. And I keep writing off where you can't see. Oh my goodness. There, you can see that. So I can go like this. All right. Now what? This may not be complete, but I know it's got a 5s in it somewhere. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put pluses here. 3 dimes plus 2 dimes gives me how many dimes, Kaylee?
5.
5 dimes, exactly. 2 tens plus 3 tens plus 2 tens gives me what? 5 tens, exactly. So 30 plus 20 gives me these 5 tens, and this word tens, we've been turning that into a what, Kaylee?
0.
A 0. So that makes 30 plus 20 equals 50. All right? But we're talking about money, and this is the number sentence that we're looking for, and we found it, but now it needs money in it. How do I fix that? What do I need to add to this? It's missing something.
Cents.
Yeah, I'm missing my cent signs. And there they are. So 30 cents plus 20 cents equals 50 cents. 3 tens plus 2 tens equals 5 tens. 3 dimes plus 2 dimes equals 5 dimes. And it all comes down to where it's equal to 50 cents. Okay? All of these right here are equal. All right? Any questions about that? No questions? Scarlett's got her hand up. Is that a question or is it just up?
I accidentally put it up.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to put my dimes together over here. I'm going to erase all this. Now, let's go back to this one. If I had asked you all to write down your thinking, would you have to do all 3 of those? No. You would have to do one of them, one of these top ones, and come up with the bottom where it was all numbers, or you could just come up with a number one, okay? I just want you all to know that there's a dimes way, a tens way, and then a number way, okay? All 3 of them are the same. I'm just showing you all 3 at the same time. All right, so I've got this new start number here. And once we start jumping, I like to jump big, okay? So we made a little bit bigger jump than we did a minute ago. Now I'm going to make another bigger jump, okay? Because once your brain can handle jumps, the bigger the better, okay? So I'm adding that much to it, and I'm going to be quiet for just a second. Yeah, Kylie's got her hand up. I knew she would. Let's see if I can. Oh, Zoe's got her hand up. Zoe, unmute. All right, what are you thinking about there? 5. Did you say tens? Okay, 5 tens. And then what?
Plus 3 tens.
Plus 3 tens.
Equals 8 tens.
Equals 8 tens. And so you used the fact of 5 plus 3 equals 8, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. So that's what I call the tens way. That's what it looks like here. And when I scoot them all together, it's going to be a picture of 8 tens. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put the dimes way. 5 tens in money, that's 5 dimes. Okay. This is 3 dimes. And that together equals 8 dimes. All right. And then I'm just going to write this fact that Zoe used down here. Okay, and Zoe, what we've been doing is just taking the tens way and we're replacing the word tens with a 0. Because 5 tens is actually 50. 3 tens is 30. 8 tens is 80. And that kind of builds our number sentence for us. The only thing I'm missing is what? What's missing here? Who can tell me what's missing here? And I can see Gracie, I can see Callie, I can see Kaylee, Austin, and Zoe. I can't see anybody else. So if anybody else has an answer for me, you're going to have to raise your hand at the bottom of the screen. Or turn your camera on if you don't already have it on. Sometimes you have your camera on, but your internet connection is not good enough for me to see you, which is okay if that happens. Kaylee, what am I missing?
Your cent sign.
My cent sign, exactly. So I'll put it here like this. Is that where it goes?
No.
No. Okay. I see that a lot in second graders. I saw that a lot last year when I was helping Miss Allison in third grade. Okay. Our cent sign doesn't go in front. It goes behind. Okay. You probably haven't had a lot of practice with cent signs. Okay. That's why you want to put it in front, because you always see dollar signs in front. You see this in front of money. Okay. But we're not talking about dollars right now. We're talking about cents. So it goes behind. All right. So we have 50 cents plus 30 cents equals 80 cents. All right. While I'm erasing this and putting this together, if you've got a question or something you need to ask me, unmute and do that. All right, so remember where we just landed. That our total, that's what this is. Right? And I'm not covering anything up right now. And I'm going to make another big jump. So I've had Callie and Kaylee explain, and they've been doing great. And then Zoe explained. I need somebody else. Austin got his hand up. Austin, can you unmute and talk to me?
If you add 8 plus 3, that makes 11.
All right, so let's stop right there. So he's thinking about 8 plus 3 equals 11. Hey, I like starting there. Okay, that's some small numbers. That's a fact that second graders shouldn't be able to tell me pretty quick. And it's right. 8 plus 3 equals 11. All right, so Austin, how does 8 plus 3 equals 11 helping me here?
80. If you know 8 plus 3, then you can just add a 0 to the 11, and then you have 110.
Oh, so if 8 plus 3 equals 11, 8 plus 3 equals 110?
No, if you add zeros to behind the 3 and the 8.
Oh, if I do it to 1, I got to do it to all, right? Yeah, because I'm making them tens numbers. Okay, right now they're not tens numbers. But when I put a 0 to it, now that's a tens number. That's a tens number, so I got to make this a tens number. Okay? Now, this is 80, but what's it look like? Austin, what's this look like?
80.
Okay, does this and that look identical?
Well, it looks like 8 dimes.
Exactly. Okay, it looks like 8 dimes. And this is 3 dimes. And if I put them together, if I slide all them together, there's going to be 11 dimes. Okay? And I know that might be, you may not be able to see that, the 11 dimes. Okay? If I write it the tens way, it's 8 tens plus 3 tens equals 11 tens. And then we've already done the number sentence for it. Now, So at this point yesterday, when I had 110, I asked, "Is there anything I need to do now?" So wait a minute. Well, I forgot something. I forgot my cent signs. I bet you got to get them in there. So if we're talking about money, we got to show money. So I have 110 cents. Yesterday and the day before that, I come up with 110, and I asked, "Do I need to do something?" And you all made me do something. Do I need to do it today? Is there anything I need to do today? I only see Callie's hand. I think Scarlett had her hand up earlier, and then I called on Austin. But I only see Kaylee's hand. I'm sorry, Callie's. Callie, what do I need to do?
What if you use $1? Because in cents, once you reach 100, that makes $1.
Oh.
That's a 10 bundle.
So would you think?
A 100 bundle.
So you think maybe that's why I had this out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that out ready for today. Oh my goodness. So, but that just says 1.
But in cents, that is 100 cents.
That's 100 cents exactly. Okay, $1 is 100 cents, not just the 1. This is not 1 cent. It's $1. That's why it has the 1 on it. It has the 1 for $1, but $1 is 100 cents. All right. So, Callie, what do I need to do?
You need to trade. You need to keep 1 dime and trade all the other ones out for the $1.
Oh, I'm so glad she told me to do it like that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of all this marker stuff. All right. And I'm just going to push them together. So right there, we said we have 110 cents. Okay. And she's telling me that I need to trade some of those for this thing. And this thing is worth 100 cents. Well, I've got 110 cents right here. I could have went 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 10. Okay, but Callie told me the fastest way to do it. The fastest way to do it is to leave one of them and get rid of the rest of them, because 11 is made up of a 10 and a 1. So if this is the 1, the rest of them is the 10. Okay? So Callie's told me exactly the fastest way to exchange those. And there they are. Okay? I'm going to move these over to the side. So do I still have 110 cents? I do. But do I write it like this? I don't write it like that. Okay? Now, I don't know if you know how to write that like that the correct way or not. Well, I want you to think about it. Okay? How would you show me 110 cents when it looks like this right here? How would I write that? Scarlett's got her hand up. Talk to me, Scarlett.
You could put like a $sign.
So put a $sign?
Yeah.
And then what?
And then you could.
Well, how do I say this? Do I say $1.10, or do I say 10 cents, $1?
10 cents and $1.
Well, if I'm talking about money, I always put the bigger stuff first, okay? So what is the bigger stuff here? The $1. So I'm going to say $1, and then I'm going to put this thing that looks like a period. It's called a decimal point. And then this is worth 10, so we write $1.10 like that. Okay? However, 110 cents, both of those are correct. Okay? But once we go over $1, we're supposed to, or once we go over 100 cents, we're supposed to change it to this. Okay? But I'm not too worried about that right now. All right? I just want you to know that that's still 110 cents. All right? So I still have 110 cents. I still have 11 tens. 10 of them look like a new thing called a dollar bill, though. Okay? It's kind of this and this are the same thing. They don't look the same, but this is 100 ones. This is 101 cents. Okay? All right. So we're going to add, notice I haven't subtracted yet. I'm going to add that much. All right, I'm just giving some wait time here. The longer I wait, the more hands I see coming up. I'm just giving some wait time. All right, so I'm going to pick on Zoe. Hey, Zoe's new to our group, but she come right in and she understands what's going on. Let's see what she's thinking about right now. Zoe.
I'm thinking that since we have 110, 110, we should add 2 and make it 130.
Okay. So she's thinking, so you're thinking about these tens first, though, right? So she's thinking I've got 10 there, and then you're thinking about 20 here, and that she knows that 10 plus 20 gives her 30, right? Okay, so she knows it's going to give her 30, and then you really didn't do anything with that guy, did you? You just put him over here and said you've got 130, right? Okay? So, that's one way of doing that. Just thinking about these tens here, this is already grouped into this thing, which was 100 cents or 100 or 10 tens. Okay? She didn't really need to work with this part until the very end. That's one way to do it. Okay? Who knows a different way to do it? Now I had like 3 or 4 people's hands up. I would almost bet that at least one of you all that had your hand up was thinking different from what Zoe just told us. Okay? Yeah, Kaylee was thinking different. Kaylee, talk to me. Tell me your thinking.
I forgot.
Oh, come on. That's the easy way out. Just tell me something. Where did we start? Where did you start thinking? All right, Gracie, tell me your thinking, and maybe it'll jog her memory.
103.
You're thinking 103. So, what are you thinking about? You thinking about this is 100, and this is, and then you got 1, 2, 3 more.
Yeah.
Okay, but are these pennies or are they dimes?
Dimes.
They're dimes. How much is a dime?
10.
10. So if I said 1, 2, 3, I'm really saying 1 10, 2 10, 3 tens. And is that 3?
No.
No. Okay, so you want to change that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many tens is this? Gracie. How many tens makes this?
10.
10. So there's 10 tens. This makes 11 tens, 12 tens. What?
30 tens.
Not 30, 13 tens. Okay? We've got, this is 10 tens, and it's kind of hard to think about because it looks totally different. Okay? When we was using our super bundle, at least it kind of looked like the tens. Okay? This dollar doesn't look like a dime at all, does it? Okay? But there's 10 of these inside of this. Okay? So this is 10 tens. One more makes 11 tens, 12 tens, 13 tens. Okay? All right. So this together, okay, I'm going to put it right here like this. I'm going to say 10 tens. That's this thing. Then I've got 1 tens. And if I put those together, I've got 11 tens. I'm going to separate that where you can see the 1. Okay? And then I've got, this is 2 tens. So I'm using 11 plus 2. 11 plus 2 is 13. And there's Gracie's 13 tens that we was just talking about. Okay? So I'm going to make this over here 11 tens. The word 10 is going to turn into a 0. 2 tens, I put a 0. 13 tens, the word 10 is going to turn into a 0. I now have 110 plus 20 equals 130. And these are cents. So I have 130 cents. Okay? Now, the other way, since I went over 100, I could write it like this. Dollar sign. This 100 is for the $1 and 30 cents. Okay? But I'm not worried that you can do that right now. Okay? I'm just kind of showing you. We'll talk about money later in the year. I'm just showing you that we can do this with money. Okay? All right.